I'd like to start this review off by saying that I really enjoy this recent surge in new old-school 2D platforming games. Of course I always play the new DS entries, but to see all the new big screen installments makes me happy as a clam. Mega Man 9 and Braid are just the tip of the iceberg. I'm just going to boldly state this. Wario Land looks kind of crappy. Well, at least lackluster. Yes, all the animation, which resembles something off of a Flash site, is apparently hand-drawn by Production IG, the same company responsible for Ghost in the Shell standalone complex and the animated sequences during Kill Bill. Yes, I think that's pretty cool, and I've even enjoyed their work on the anime series Blood Plus and Ghost Hound. However, Wario particularly looks like shit. Or, to be more accurate, the color I imagined bird piss to be. The problem is that Wario was intentionally designed to look shitty. His heroic position, given his characteristics, are supposed to be cool in a purely ironic way. However, as a person who doesn't really care for Wario outside of Mario Land 2, I don't really care. He's a goofy-ass evil Mario joke that's been given a little too much of the spotlight. Subsequently, the background art, while maintaining artistic integrity in one sense, could just as easily be considered to look like a webcomic as well. It didn't quite actively offend me, but I really didn't care for it either. If it was really that great, people should have been shitting themselves over Heavenly Guardian as well. But they weren't, and that's because Heavenly Guardian wasn't a Nintendo-developed product. I really hate to go on yet another rant, but needless to say, the storyline is right on par with other second-tier Nintendo titles. And that is to say, not even worth mentioning. Prepare to hold your stomach as you're introduced to yet another whole set of lame, cartoony Saturday morning anime characters, which we'll thankfully never hear from again. Yes, I know, games are all about the gameplay, but would it really hurt to slap something together that didn't reek of retardation during the mandatory cutscenes, which, once again, freakishly lacks comprehensible voice acting? Wario Land Shake It isn't too bad. I had to nearly mute the volume to escape Wario's incessant Three Stooges impressions, but the actual core gameplay is sound. It's common running and jumping, though a bit chilled as I had never even died on a regular level. Stages are mostly linear, with treasures hidden throughout, though not too far from the main path. It's a very basic game, and that isn't necessarily bad. It's a fun little romp. There's a lot of little challenges for completionists as well. It makes for a nice rental, though most gamers, I imagine, would become bored with its lack of difficulty. It comes down to this. Wario Land fares quite well to the current climate of console platforming games. It uses a familiar character and provides an adventure which isn't broken in any sort of way. However, if this were the Super Nintendo years, we'd probably care much less. Wario Land would not be considered first-rate, and I doubt even second. This is no Super Mario 3 or Mario World or even Donkey Kong Country. It's a little too easy, the platforming is a little too laid back, and the aesthetics, while certainly not integral, don't help matters much either. Wario Land is still kind of a fun game, but as much as people will wish to stone me for saying this, it's kind of overrated as well. Only slightly above average due to the standard Nintendo polish when considering the controls. I give Wario Land Shake It for the Nintendo Wii a 5 out of 10.